We should really like run that a couple times. Anyway, we need a new intro song. So, because the other one, has Matt in it. Shout out to Matt and everything. But also, we're sort of getting a fresh start in here and everything. So we need a new intro song. We have a lot of AI things to work with and everything. So, I don't know. I tried to do a bunch of them, and none of them sounded right and everything. Anyway, so that's that. Welcome to the WIP. If you're listening to me now, let me do a little bit of housekeeping. We got some new people in the house who are probably wondering what's going on. This is Rizzle. I'm on the mic. We're in like a WIP transition point. So people who have no idea what's going on, welcome to the part where we don't either. My co-host Matt, who co-founded the WIP, along with myself, left last week and is on to hopefully bigger and better things for Matt. He's not dead. Matt is not dead, even though we've sort of been acting like Matt's dead. Matt is not dead. However, Matt did a bunch of things around here, and so we met actually. A whole bunch of people turned out for it. We had a WIP crew meeting Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. Right here in the Discord, and we're just gonna keep that going, and we're just gonna build this shit out in public. I appreciate a lot of people who stepped up and absorbed some of the stuff that Matt had been doing around here, so that we can keep this going. I see mkdragon.eth type in. He was at the meeting. Appreciate you, man. So let me do a little bit of housekeeping. I'm also talking to the crew and the people who've been in this community for a long time, so they know what's going on as we keep this weird thing that we've been doing for so long moving forward. So let me do a little bit of shouting out, a little bit of housekeeping. I'm going to drop some links. If you are listening to me now, oh my God, Russ looks like Russ in Hyperfy right now. Sorry, that just totally broke my train of thought. If you're listening to me right now, you should be in the general channel of the Discord. That's where all the links will be dropped. And you should be prepared to possibly see some screen shares in there. And I think we're live on Twitch and all these things now. I can drop the link for that. And once again, yeah, we're live. Let me see. Here's the live link out there. I can take my time because oh my God, again, I pulled it up and immediately Russ is like dancing in my face, looking like his real life self. Anyway, back to this. If you are in Hyperfy, I did drop some images from our guest today, Smoke the Artist. And she unfortunately dropped a whole bunch last second, and I wasn't able to get him in here just because I was worried that we were going to break the parcel. So please hop into Hyperfy though and check out her stuff as she's telling you what she's been cooking up. We're also standing, I am at least, standing on the rat heads that are your gift today for coming out to the WIP from Fabiano and Patricia, and that'll get sent to your wallet. I'm going to drop the guest book link here if you want to find it in world. It is out there in world, but it's a big ass parcel. So I suggest you fill it out in Discord. Yes, it's the wrong date. Don't worry about that. It's the right guest list. So just sign that and make sure you get your rats. And you should know that's a tribute to Matt, who was, again, my co-host who left last week. He would always get on the mic and say boom. And I don't know, that just became his thing. And now we got rats saying boom that are going into your wallet. And I'm going to try and not be Matt and take his boom thing from him and, let that be Matt's rep around here. So anyway, once again, shout out to everybody who stepped out, absorbing Matt's stuff. Big shout out to Dragonade, who has really stepped up and been holding everything down while we figure this out. Hidden Force has been out on the grind, finding guests for us for upcoming weeks. Big shout out to Russ Frankie, who found today's guest for us, Smoke, the artist, on short notice. And I appreciate her coming out. I'm excited to learn what she's been cooking on because, this is someone a little bit outside of our community. So, it's funny, a lot of people who come through here know us or know of us. And so it's only occasionally that I got to do some onboarding and I'm like, oh my God, where do we even start? This is going to get weird, Smoke. So just, but the audience is going to think what you're doing is cool. So, so just let them have it and they'll be kind. If you have questions for Smoke, drop them in the general channel of the chat box here and we'll need a fake show in the house because show's taking the month of January off, and so we need somebody to relay some questions so we don't have to keep track of them, and I can do that. Someone can do that. We'll figure it out. What's up, Stina? So if you have a question for today's speaker, drop them in the general channel there. What else? Let's see. Go to ETH Denver. I just booked my stuff, and I'm excited to get out there. I'm going to hack on some things. Fractalians is coming out. It seems that there's like a solid contingency of people coming out to ETH Denver, so you should do that. What else? What else? Russ, in addition to very kindly finding today's guest, also launched a coin on Solana that has been blowing me up, and I think there's some people from the bags community in the house that have Rizzle bags, and honestly, it's all right, Russ. There's money in this account, and there's a bunch of bags people like hounding me, and I haven't had time to get into it because I was like, prepping for the WIP last minute, and it's been snowing, and my kids have been off school, and so I got to figure out what to do with all this bag stuff. But if you're wondering what that is, that's what that is, and it's I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna claim these bags things at some point soon, and take it from there because whatever. That's why I'm going to ETH Denver. I'm trying to stir something up and make something happen for myself and y'all. What's up, Easy? Thanks for coming through. What else? Click on our links, our algorithm skills, which really falls on me now that Matt's gone, are terrible. So we have a YouTube account that you can watch Matt's awkward retirement party from last week on our YouTube channel. Yes, Matt is gone. I mean, Matt is not dead. But we're sort of treating it like he is because he's basically dead to us. No, I'm just kidding. Check out our Farcaster channel, post stuff in there. Let's see, what else? I'm almost done, I promise, but again, housekeeping stuff, we had to go through the things. NFA DYOR, maybe buy the coin that Russ made that is blowing up my inbox. But also, you should know that you're getting coin for coming here. We have our own community coin called WIP Coin. I'm going to drop it on the thing here. It's another reason why you should sign the guest book, and it's a bunch. It's a token of love right now. Let's put it like that. NFA DYOR. Maybe you should invest all your Riz bags into WIP Coin. I don't know. Again, it's getting weird out here in Web3, and we're trying to survive. And anyway, we're just giving stuff out here at the WIP. You're getting rats, you're getting WIP Coin, and you're going to get some exactly, Bente. You're going to get some info from Smoke, and I think that's just about everything I have to run through today. If you're not in World, you should hop in World because we'll take a screenshot in here. We should do it in front of the smoky thing. I feel like that's a cool backdrop. So anyway, what's up, Juxton? Shout out Juxton, who's always cross streaming. I don't know if he is now. I'm not trying to put him on blast, but that's how we end up in Decentraland. So thank you, man, for that. We're live in Frankie's Tavern in Decentraland. So we are all over the place. Shout out Juxton, Dragonade, and everyone for making that happen. So anyway, the ever treacherous mic pass to someone who's come through for the first time, and I'm going to try and pass the mic to Smoke, and she can unmute and introduce herself and let her know what she's been working on out here. It's a project that's been around longer. It's a project that honestly has been off my radar until Russ put it on my radar, and again, appreciate you, Russ, and an opportunity for me to learn something today. So love that. Yo, Smoke, let's see if we can do this. This is always scary.
Hey, what's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Yes, thank God.
Awesome. Yeah, great to be here. It's kind of, like you said, it was a strange moment where I guess you guys had a guest that was missing, and I had just finally spoken to Russ at length, I think for the first time, beyond this Twitter space that we had done back in the day before it was X. And just vibed out with him a lot. And I know that I believe in this space I was in HyperFi for a Retro Doges podcast, maybe a couple years back, but anyway, so excited to be here. I'm the CEO of Own the Doge. We are a group that acquired the Doge NFT via PleaserDAO in 2021 for $4 million. We fractionalized that NFT into Dog Token, which is our flagship token. And we actually have the usage of the Doge IP that comes from Doge's mom at Tsuko Sato. We work closely with her family, and we do cool stuff like we built a statue in Japan. We have a Doge Day event every year, which is super fun. And we just build Doge culture around the world and support charities, etc. We also have another project called Kokoro, which is based upon another dog that Atsuko had adopted. and it's another charity in the charity realm. With that token, she was able to start her own charity, and it's called With Kabosu. And Etsuko will be driving, the owner of Doge will be driving a van around Japan, a pink van, and helping rescue animals and also give out flowers. So that's really dope. We work with the Bureau of Internet Culture, who a lot of you might know, that collects immutable artifacts across the internet from the true creator of the meme. They have NFTs from different groups, such as the original Harambe NFT. They have the GigaChat NFT. So really well-known memes that they've acquired, and we are in a joint venture with them and love working alongside them with Path. And the Retro Doges, who a lot of you might have seen in some of these worlds, we're great friends with them as well. Elon RWA, and the list goes on. So we're kind of heavy in the meme world and in the meme space, and especially the provenance space, and love what you guys are doing. I've been an OG fan of Metaverses. I was pretty early to Decentraland before their first birthday. Actually, someone in here, Juxton, looks kind of familiar. Maybe he was also an OG of Decentraland. I'm not sure, but yeah, super happy to be here. Any questions for me? Happy to answer them.
Yo, I have a whole bunch of questions, actually. What you're doing is fascinating. If anyone else has questions, feel free to drop them in the general channel. And yo, Smoke, I apologize for sleeping on you coming through with Retro Doges. I do remember that event back in the day, and I think we were in Hubs for that one, if I remember correctly. So, yo, that was fun, and appreciate you coming back.
I thought so too, but Russ said he didn't think so. So then I was like, is it Hyperfi? I don't know. I'm confused.
Russ has gone rogue. Russ is just doing things. He's launching coins. He doesn't remember, but and Russ is like real face is next to my frog in world. No, shout out Russ. I think it was in Hubs too, honestly. No, honest question. How is this project sustainable? And I don't mean to like throw shade or anything at it all. I just, we're in a point in time where I feel like cultural stuff across crypto and Web3 is just getting obliterated across the board, and this seems to be a project that is really like working hard in that territory. So how does this stay afloat?
Well, there's a lot of ways that we're looking into to try to be self-sustaining. This year, it was definitely helpful that we were able to launch Kokoro token alongside Etsuko. It was kind of a surprising situation where she ended up adopting a dog, and we realized that and spoke with her about the fact that she wanted to have a provenance IP token in direct relation to that adoption. And she learned that she wanted to do things that way from Nero token, and the situation that had happened with the when she adopted Nero and announced it, and then a bunch of random people and groups like launched tokens for Nero, but none of them were actually directly involved with her. So she wanted to do something when she announced Kokoro that was going to be clear that this is her provenance token. And so that was able to help the DAO. And it was also able to help the Etsuko herself to start this charity that she's going to go full-time into in April, actually. So she's going to be full-time into charity, quitting her job as a kindergarten teacher because of Kokoro token. So that's a huge win. I'd love for everyone to check out that X account, which is at official Kokoro. And, it's a good point. Like, how are these things sustainable? I think we each take it one day, 1 month, 1 year at a time. Our project has been around since 2021. There was an initial auction and a bunch of hype around this. You can just look up the Doge NFT, the acquisition of the Doge NFT, and you'll see like endless articles online about, at the time, I think it was like the most expensive NFT ever acquired. And having the IP, it opens the realm for the licensing world for us, where we can bring Doge more mainstream. It doesn't have to have any involvement with Web3 at all, actually. You could have, we have a collection coming out with a well-known pet company in April. And, they wanted to license the Doge IP and use the Doge image in some different items. And that's not contingent on, the crypto market. So I think owning your IP or having exclusive usage of your IP, original artwork, original creations, those are the things that are lasting longer because there's substance, there's provenance, there's a creator and an actual IP and an actual piece of artwork that is owned and that you can then potentially monetize in different ways. And I think that's one thing that set us apart.
I feel like that is what every NFT project from like 2020 to 2023 tried to do, but was like with very, very limited success across the board in terms of trying to capitalize on their own IP and give IP rights to the people who own them and everything. Do you have maybe this is a weird question and you can help me out, but I'm like, do you have competitors, or do you see other examples of what you're doing being done well?
Profitability and the realm of other avenues for currency at this time surpassing us in those realms would be Pudgy Penguins, would be a good example. Beyond that, crypto to it's hard to say. Like, you have a lot of Web2 companies that tried, they dipped their toe in crypto, they did a drop. Adidas, there's many, we can go on and list them all. And then a lot of them seems like they kind of left. They gave it a chance, but they didn't really give it a full chance. They just said, oh, this is cool, and then kind of left. We love to collaborate. We don't look at things as who's our competitor. I would say if we were to have groups that we are not thrilled with, it would be groups that are not sincere, that are not truly building for the right reasons, or in it for the right reasons, or truly working in culture and community. So I think those people are kind of giving a bad name to the industry, because they'll come in, they might launch a token really quick, then they disappear off the face of the earth, and they're stealing other people's art and they're throwing it on their token and causing a lot of confusion and scaring artists and creators and different individuals and companies that would be interested to learn more and get involved in Web3. And now they're like, well, I mean, I can't even tell what's real. If I buy a token, how do I know that this meme or image on this token is even related to this token, right? So that's where provenance and having the blessing of the creator is so valuable. And that's why groups like ourselves, and in relation with the Bureau of Internet Culture led by Cryptopathic, absolutely incredible individual, archiving, working with creators directly, and making sure that the art in the meme is coming from the source. I think that stuff is critical. So yeah, it's a tough industry for sure, but we keep positive vibes. One of our missions is do only good every day. That's like the Doge mantra. And we are trying to do that and build that across the world. We have a very strong Doge Africa division that is just words. I can't even think of the words to express what an incredible group of people these people are. A few hundred people, and the group is building, that we throw events with in different parts of Africa, mainly in Nigeria. And they love Doge. They love the mission. They love provenance, and they're such good people. And I think there are people like that in crypto, and we should gravitate towards those people that are reminding us why we're here. Because, yeah, if you're here for the casino, then, and what do they say? Don't cry in the casino. All right, that's it. It's still better. Actually, to be honest with you, I used to go to the casino back in the day, and it's better than the casino, in my opinion. What I've seen over the years, even if you are trying to make extra money, you find a token you like, if it has a strong community, you're going to have better odds to be successful with that than you would with a slot machine. So yes, that's true. But what we're building is not a casino, right? It's a gallery. It's an archive. It's culture. And we built a statue in Japan, and we're super proud of that. Something else that we're planning to do is, and we have been doing, is building more bridges to Dogecoin and the wider Doge community. I am familiar with that project. Thanks for that call out there. I see in the chat, Dogeland Mars. I have heard. I would like to know more. I have a team member that said that they're really cool and has recommended that we kind of get more in touch with them. I think they're on like a Mars related mission. The statue, I can drop the statue here. So if you go to Google Maps and then you just type in Kabosu, that's Doge's real name, Kabosu the Doge, it will appear. But I can drop it into the Discord chat for anybody that's here. This is something we're super proud of. Alongside the statue, we created an international holiday. So every year we celebrate Doge Day, and it's on Doge's birthday, November 2nd. And it's super fun. You can even look it up on Google or any of the search engines and kind of deep dive, and you'll see that our project, alongside some other legendary people, actually commissioned this holiday with our DAO, and we celebrate it every year. And what we hope to do is to spread the word about the actual dog Kabosu, who is Doge, across Japan, because the Japanese people, they don't really they don't know how viral the Doge meme is in other areas. They don't know Doge as a famous meme like we do in the US or many other countries. So that's one of our goals, is like let the Japanese people realize Doge is a Japanese celebrity dog. And the mission and ethos of Doge is very closely aligned with what you see with the Japanese culture as well. So anyone who knows about the Japanese culture knows that they are such incredible people, resilient. They believe in gratitude. A lot of their culture is baked in gratitude, prayer. There's prayer all over the country on a regular basis with shrines and etc. So there's a lot. There's a rabbit hole to Doge and the different realms of provenance and memes, and that's something that means a lot to us and that keeps us going. And we hope that we will sustain, and we hope and pray that we'll be able to continue with this mission, because it's much more than something regarding money or a short-term vision.
You know, I'm honestly blown away and fascinated by the project. I feel like it's really difficult to straddle the line between like trying to make a positive impact and complete absurdity. And I feel like you've done what you've done is honestly incredible. I would guess you probably just have. Oh yeah. Great, yo, Paradox. Thank you for that question. Honestly, I was about to ask this, like a similar version of that. Paradox wants to know what have been your personal highlights on this journey, and I was gonna ask something similar. Like, I would just like to hear like a couple stories of like some of the coolest or weirdest things this has led to for you.
I mean, there have been so many incredible moments. The people that I've had the chance to meet. When I started with the project, I was recruited by a person they called Doge King, who's no longer on the team. He was incredible, such a force of positivity, such a cool and intelligent guy. And I started out doing social media at a part-time capacity at Own the Doge. I was doing Reddit and figuring out how can I get their Reddit to blow up. And I was also working on an activation with Doge King separately that was called the Doge Academy, which had all these really cool and interesting NFTs, hand-drawn. And what we would do is teach people about like coding, how can you launch an NFT collection, how can you be safe and make sure that your OPSEC is in good shape. And we ended up merging and coming into the Own the Doge. I helped them with social media. I ended up rising the ranks and became the head of operations. And then last year, in the beginning of last year, I was made CEO, which was an incredible honor. And the people I've met are just some of the best people in the space, without question, and some of my best friends. Working alongside Path has been incredible. He's such a humble and brilliant person. There have been many amazing people that have come through. Pleaser DAO has done a lot of incredible stuff in the collection realm and kind of trying to build out their digital gallery. Not only did they collect the Doge NFT, they collected a very rare Wu-Tang album. They collected an Edward Snowden piece. We are independent from them in many ways, but they were the foundation that started this concept and this reality. And we certainly have worked alongside them. The person who led Pleaser DAO for quite some time is our lawyer, really good person, Matt. And he had represented Kobe Bryant at one time. And there's just a lot of incredible people that we've worked with and gotten to know. And I think Doge Day, the first official Doge Day where we unveiled the statue, we signed it was like this big scroll that we had them bring to kind of make it a holiday, an international holiday, was an incredible moment. Really too many to list. Like, it's hard to say. It's just being able to work for a picture of a dog, being able to work for memes, and for one of the most famous memes. It's, in one sense, it's an incredible feeling of responsibility for me, because I don't want to do something wrong or say something wrong that's going to somehow hurt the image of Doge, because the Doge meme is so wholesome, inspiring, and pure that it should remain that way, in my opinion. It should fully remain that way. And anyone who sees that Doge meme should be like, wow, like, no pun intended. And yeah, it's just, that's why we are trying to kind of curate and lead the way of the better things about crypto, the tech, the community, the creators, the artists that make these things possible. That's what we try to champion. And you're right, you have to make money. So, we're working on licensing deals. We're figuring out some different things that we can do. When it comes to Doge Day, it's basically an act of charity in many ways. This year, we threw it. We took in less than what we spent. We spent money to fly a lot of different people out to enjoy and learn the story and culture of Doge. And so, yeah, it's almost like we definitely have a heavy charity aspect. We've given over $2 million to charity since 2021. And that means a lot to us, but there's a lot of aspects. There's a lot of things to think about. And like I said, we hope and pray that we're going to be around for years to come to be able to empower creators. I do believe that if we continue on the path of attempting to, right, we're all flawed, but working our best to do the right thing, do only good every day, and build Doge culture, I think that we will find a way. And even if everything came falling down, to be honest with you, and we ran out of money completely, I wouldn't, if they wanted me, I wouldn't stop. I'd probably have to get another gig, but I wouldn't stop building for Doge. It's too important.
Again, it's cool to hear of a longstanding project out here that's been able to make a positive impact and survive as long as it has been and everything. Hidden Forces wants to know: does Elon Musk still fuck with Doge? And honestly, it's an interesting question because all that happened like sort of in the middle of your journey, I believe, and without weighing in, that was weird. Has that affected anything, or did that, or does that?
We've stayed really out of it, I would say, when it comes to what you could call what can you call it? Politics. There was a political aspect that came into the ranks, and many people have very strong opinions on that. There's a little culture war going on, maybe globally, it looks like. That's another thing. What we're trying to do is we're trying to elevate people's thought process, elevate their opportunities to say, oh, okay, so you're saying I can come and participate in this movement, this Doge movement, and I can share my art or be a moderator or an ambassador in my country and do good, and that's really what we want at the forefront. So yes, maybe you guys can tell, maybe I do have strong opinions one way or the other. I have fairly strong opinions, but I don't let that get in the way of the core mission that we have. And I don't want anyone to feel polarized. So I never make statements one way or the other. At least I haven't thus far in the political realm or anything else, because I don't want a large group of people to look at maybe my personal take on something political or whatever it might be, and then say, oh, wow, I can't believe this. And then, because as you know, there's a big culture war going on. So sometimes people take stuff very serious in that realm right now, and they won't even want to get involved in something if they think you're not on my team, you're not on my team. I want to be on every person's team who wants to fight for crypto and fight for what we're building here and fight for the creators across the world to have the chance to monetize their work. But Elon Musk has built many things, and I don't have anything negative to say about Elon. I'll say that.
Thank you. Dante says, brilliant guest. If anyone else has questions for Smoke, feel free to drop them in the general channel. Appreciate, refresh my memory, Smoke. You got recruited to the project. You were involved in retro doges, continue to be in retro doges. Have you always been involved with Doge in some capacity, or like, how did you really fall into that? Because that really is a whole community, and it's obviously, listening to what you're saying, there's really a lot of shared values between the crypto art community, our community, what you're talking about, and everything. But Doge really is its own, sort of functions in its. It has a very rich culture, I guess is what I'm saying. And so is that something you've always been a part of since getting involved in crypto, or how did you fall into that in the first place?
I would say no. So I would say what had happened was, when it comes to Doge, my first experience was the Doge meme, right? I'm not super young. Like, whenever I saw the Doge meme appear and I saw these like awesome Comic Sans words on top of this like larger than life dog making the most like intense, beautiful, like kind of look in their eyes. And I really felt like I don't know how to explain it, but I could really relate to it. It resonated with me. I had no idea I would end up doing what I'm doing now. 2017 is when I started to get into crypto, so I was kind of late, later in the game. And the first token I invested in was Litecoin, which ironically does have a relationship to Dogecoin. But yeah, I mean, I thought Ethereum right away was like super useful, had such a strong use case, and started to learn about what was going on there and tried out some different products that were in the crypto realm. I went early into Decentraland. I checked out something called, I think it was D Live, which was like crypto-based streaming and video game stuff. I did a lot with video games at one time. I wanted to be a pro gamer. I was never good enough. I played with like some semi-pros, but I realized that's not for me. I wasn't fast enough. I just wasn't good enough. But it was a lot of fun. I used to play a lot of Apex and Valorant. But yeah, when it comes to crypto, like I used to collect a lot of art back in the day. Tezos used to have these incredible artists on Tezos on this site called like Hic et Nunc, I think it was called. And I was like blown away by that. Got into Solana, collecting across the board, different blockchains, and learning more about crypto. And I was able to get early on some interesting mints like World of Women. I minted live while it was minting. I knew about Bored Ape Yacht Club at the Clubhouse call, but I'd never minted it because I was an idiot. I was early on this site called BitClout, like within 2 weeks, and I said, "Oh, this is very interesting." And I tried to build a following there, but didn't end up getting too far. But then once I ended up meeting Doge King and then getting into the realm of to own the Doge project, which was once called the Doge NFT, I could see that there was something really special there. And since then, like I said, with BigDAO and Elon RWA, yes, I was pretty early there for sure. And then Retro Doges, yes. Like, so I have number 21 that was gifted to me. I don't know if that's considered honorary or not, but I was with them, at least helping them at some capacity. So what happened is Path was on our council at Own the Doge at one time for like maybe like a year and a half. And, he kind of was like, hey, we have this Retro Doges that's being incubated. So I went over and met their incredible team, Dojo, Louis, and those people now, they're with us now. They work with us. I have Dojo who does full-time 3D, Louis is on the core team and just a legend. And so we're kind of made up of the Retro Doges in a lot of ways, BigDAO, Elon RWA, and then Own the Doge is kind of I don't want to say main company because BigDAO has their own incredible stuff they're building too. But in the Own the Doge realm, there's a lot of other companies and people who have worked for these projects that are now in our leadership team. That's the best way to explain it.
You appreciate that explanation. Russ is in here in the general channel shilling your stuff. Easy hasn't been active, but he's listening in and says this has been awesome. If anyone else has any questions for Smoke, feel free to drop them here. I want to make sure I give Smoke the opportunity to let anyone know anything else that they should know. I want to make sure we also drop all links so that everyone knows where to find everything she's talking about. And also, we're definitely going to do a group shot in World. So if you have not hopped in World yet, I'm going to drop the name here. Oh, I also had like a very simple question, Justin. Justin wants to know how you got the name Smoke, and I was going to ask you if you had a dog.
I need to get a dog. My dog is like that I represent nowadays has been Doge and Kokoro but I actually do not have my own dog at this time. I have had incredible dogs. I had a Rottweiler named Angel that I loved very much. But I do plan to get a Shiba Inu within the next year or so for my son. When it comes to my name Smoke, I guess weirdly I kind of named myself. But what it was is I had created this Instagram account and I had decided I wanted to get into photography a little bit. And so I was like, what should I make the name? And I was like, I don't know. I was like tripping out. I thought it was such a great idea at the time. But I thought Smoke the artist, like it wasn't really like Smoke, like the name Smoke. It was like get high from the other artists around you. Take inspiration from the art around you. Smoke the artist, like in this like, I don't know if you want to call it philosophical, but that's actually what I meant by it. So I did this photography for a while. And then when I got into the Web3 stuff, the name kind of carried over. And then eventually I just shortened it to, Smoke, because people, it was kind of like, what are you, like Chance the Rapper, or like, what are you trying to do? And I did want to be an artist also. So like fairly early on, whatever it was, 2020, 2021, I did mint NFTs, some photography NFTs. I did sell some on ETH, on Tezos, a few different chains. But I was like, wow, this is super hard. And I always kind of had a little bit of a capacity for business. I had started other companies in the past. I've had a few different companies I've started since I was 18, and I'm much older now. So anyway, it all kind of just came to fruition, and I absolutely love art and I love collecting art. So I knew that I still wanted to work in that realm. And then the blessing came that I had the chance to work with the Doge family and the Doge IP. And one other thing I did want to make sure I shouted out is the Dogecoin community. We have had some strong bonds with them over the years. The Dogecoin Foundation and certain Dogecoiners, as well as my Doge wallet, all helped us on our path to building the statue. And this year, I've made it a point to really call for a Doge alliance. There's been a little bit of confusion in the community, or sometimes people will say, well, who are you guys and how are you relate to Dogecoin, and is it a fight? And it's like, no, absolutely not. Like, we love Dogecoin. We want to build alongside them. I've actually started a Dogecoin department in our project that's kind of under wraps right now. It's fairly new, but we absolutely want to bring together all of the people who love Doge and love that meme, which of course includes the Dogecoiners. And there's this one incredible woman I want to make sure I shout out. Her name is Julia Love. She had worked on our team at one time. She was very important with the statue build. And she had this Doge Clarin vehicle with Doge all over it. It was a McLaren. And she would drive to all the events. A lot of people have met her. And she incredibly tragically passed away last year around the same time that Doge did, at a very young age. And she was just incredible. She was an inspiration to all of us. And so her partner, Gary LaChance, who former Dogecoin Foundation member, I frequently talk with him. And I'm friends with the Doge OS and my Doge wallet team. They're incredible, Jordan and Alex. So we expect to do a lot with the Dogecoin community this coming year, but we want to bring the ETH heads with us. We want to bring whoever, any chain you're on, with us.
Yo, awesome. Appreciate that explanation. This has been fascinating. I think, and the sentiment's been echoed a whole bunch of times in the chat box here. Smoke, anything else you want to leave people with here? I'm going to make sure we drop a link to your socials so people can, at the very least, find you. But if there's anything else we need to let people know, and then we'll get everyone in world for a group shot here before we wrap this thing up.
Yeah, absolutely. So one thing I would say is we are trying to figure out, like, where should we bring our community? Like, we have some really cool viral stuff that happens on X because we make these elaborate videos, and we have some cool stuff in Telegram as well. But we're starting to realize a lot of the OGs and our friends, they still love Discord. And I can see that you guys have a really busy Discord. So if you guys want to help us or kind of participate in our community, I would recommend joining our Discord. And kind of just letting, maybe you can say where you came from, and I can certainly make a special role for any of you guys with a special icon. I can work with the team to figure out what you guys might want for that. But join us on Discord, and yeah, just come hang out. Like, there's no question that what you guys are building is values aligned between HyperFi, Hubs, and your podcast. We love podcasts here, so we'd love to dive in and start to help work with you guys and collaborate with you guys at a higher level now. And maybe that's, maybe it's all meant to be. The theme of Retro Doges was supposed to be like Back to the Future. So this happened in the past, but now maybe we'll come back and we'll build something incredible together.
Yo, I'm with it. You're saying the right words, Juxon's like teamwork makes the meme work. Yo, I'm here for it. Thank you, Smoke, for dropping the link to the Discord. I think I have to pair some Discords. Oh no, good. I'm in. Good stuff. So, join the Discord. We've got the Discord links. Drop Smoke's Twitter handle. I'm also going to drop the link to the guest book, and I think we're ready for a group shot in world. If there's anything else that has slipped anyone's mind, we can get to that after the group shot, and then remind me to tell you about the HyperFi V2 migration that we're working on here if I forget. That's just like a general thing for everybody. In the meantime, get in world. Let's get a group shot in here, and we'll roll the Paradox theme song.
Give me a second. Yeah, and apparently shit's broken. So.
God damn it. That's fine. It went like really uncharacteristically smoothly. Maybe we just need to get rid of Matt the whole time. All right, sorry.
For a tiny bit of attention. It's me, Paradox. Get your asses in line and smile for the fucking camera. No one cares about Matthew and Rizzle, that's for sure. It's about me, Paradox. I'm taking over the show.
Alrighty, thank you, Dragonate. How am I sounding? 10 out of 10, 1 out of 10?
Yes.
Yes, thank you, Dragonate. Excellent. All right, cool. So let's keep this simple. Most people are in world. If you're not in world, this is the time to jump in world to take a group photo with Paradox, which is me. Rizzle, does it matter which of these 3 big images we use? I'm thinking we use the 2 that are next to each other. What do you think? Or did you particularly want the one with smoke?
The one on the left is the one Smoke uses for her Twitter handle. So let's do one near there. I'm bringing the fire truck up for because someone brought it out here, so I'm pulling it in.
Cool. Right. Let's get ready. Let's get ready. Jump in front of this GIF, please. Let's make a little bit of a line if we can. So, Carrot, do you want to jump in? Cheddar, Foxy Yoga, Juxton. Cool. We're getting people in. Line up. See if we get like a nice, neat little line for once. And I'm assuming it's Juxton who's the pizza. Oh no, Juxton's not the pizza. All right, cool. I'm gonna move this fire truck Rizzle. Nah, it's okay. All right, cool. Let's slash dance, please. So in the chat, slash dance, and we'll get everybody dancing. And then we'll do another shot. But in the meantime, thank you, Dragonite. Beautiful. Okay, cool. Thank you, Dragonate. Let's move on to our second one. So I want everyone to fly up right in front of the big Doja's face. Right over here. Follow the watermelon. So we're not going far. So fly up, please, and make sure you're on the right side of the picture. There we go. Right, let's do some cat herding. We've got Anonymous, we've got MK, Foxy Yoga, Chetty, come in.
Double tap spacebar to fly if anyone was not aware of that.
Cool, there we go. All right, pump the music, please. Let's wait for Cheddar. Come on, Cheddar. Come on, fly, Cheddar, fly. Perfect. All right, taking this picture in 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Let's save that. Beautiful. That is a good one. All right, I'm going to pass straight back to Rizzle. And Rizzle, this is your reminder to talk about Hyperfly V2. Paradox out. Cheers, guys.
I'm just laughing. He's like, come on, Cheddar, come on. Shout out Cheddar Queso, who came to the WIP crew meeting from the weed spot or something earlier in the week. So we're migrating to, shout out Valiant. I'm not sure if Valiant's here for putting this on my radar. Valiant is here. What's up, Valiant? So they're nerfing Hyper-5 V1 in April, which means we need to migrate to Hyper-5 V2. So we're packing up and we're bringing all of our stuff, and a bunch of people have helped gather those files and everything, and it seems like it's going to be a pretty smooth transition. And I said I was going to work on the hosting yesterday, and then I'm still like buried under 20 feet of snow, and my kids have all school, so y'all just need to be patient, but we're getting there. Anyway, so we're migrating to Hyper-5 V2. If you were in there for that event a couple weeks ago, it was awesome. Honestly, we were spawning animals live, and there's a lot of capabilities and fun things we can do in Hyper-5 V2 that we were unable to do in Hyper-5 V1. And even if you hate it, it doesn't matter because they're kicking us out, essentially. I think we're like the only ones still using it or something. I don't know. Anyway, we have a HyperFi migration. It's a private channel here in the Discord. But if you're interested in being a part of that conversation or helping out with that migration and getting our new spot up and looking good, just let me know. Myself or Dragonade know, and we'll get you in on that conversation. And if you want to, again, join the meeting where we're, sort of working this stuff out in real time, come back here, same spot, Tuesday morning my time, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time, and we're gonna work it out. And I would say first WIP post Matt, we're doing great. It's like, who is Matt? Was he ever even here in the first place? Did it matter? No, we're crushing. No, appreciate in all seriousness, shout out Matt. And make sure you sign the guest book to get your Matt tribute rats. I really needed to play that up more, the Matt tribute rats. It sounds so good. Anyway, so come through next week. We have Stina. Stina's coming through next week, along with Carlos Marcial, who's doing awesome things. Shout out Hidden Forces for helping line up Carlos for that one. And I think that's just about everything for this week. This is the part where I pass the mic back to Matt, and he's like, I don't know, says a few words or something, and then we're like, cool, yay, thanks, Matt. Also, here's the link to the WIP coin. You're getting some of that in your wallet too, as well as the Matt tribute rats. So check out Smoke's socials and everything she's doing, and I'm gonna hop in their Discord and see how we can go build a statue, because I'm like, what have we been doing this entire time? We don't have a statue. We should definitely have a statue. So come to East Denver, join me, and maybe we'll build something. And if not, I'm gonna go bother Smoke's community and see if we can work together somehow to do something awesome. So, thank you everyone for coming through. Make sure you sign the guest book, and I appreciate everyone's help keeping this thing running. And thanks to y'all, we got almost a whole month booked out from here moving forward. If you know people who are doing cool things like Smoke that want to talk to our weird audience and have a bizarre experience, send them our way, send them my way, send them Dragonade's way, and we'll get them on the calendar and keep having a good time. So, or if it's if you're dropping something, don't be shy. Drop it on here, or tell our audience about it. And if they feel like it's a scam, they'll tell you. So, thanks everyone for coming through. No afties this week. I believe we're back next week with the afties. So that's it, y'all. We're off early, and you can go enjoy the rest of your day after we listen to the Cheese song, or whatever. Thanks everyone for coming through, and I'll see y'all next week. Dragonade messed up the last two transitions.
Listen, the cheese song is Foxy's job normally, not mine.
Nah. No, you're the one who makes all the things happen. Foxy makes a lot of things happen, but you're the one who takes the blame. I think that's really what this comes down to.
That just sounds fucking unfair and disgusting.
We should do an acapella.
For everyone to go in 4. This is awesome, Sweet dreams are made of cheese. Pizza's good too. I like where this is going, yeah. Fun, yes, cheese. Kill all the audio problems with fire. Death to audio problems. Lactose intolerant people, I am so sorry. Give me that shit.
Either way, we all love a good meme explorer song. Cheddar, cheddar, blue cheese. Better Way says cheese emoji. Randolph has cheese. Meme explorers with extra cheese. Death to audio. Death to audio problems. Death to audio. To audio problems. Cheddar, cheddar, won't go out for days. Cheese is like fuck yes, oh, death to audio, audio problems, death to audio problems, death to audio, a gift of cheddar cheese. Audio problems don't deserve to live. Two emoji with the tongue sticking out. Emmentaler and Gruyere. That almost rhymes. Cheddar is money given now. Spend some of your cheddar on that, please. Rizzle says death to audio problems. Rizzle says death to audio. Oh, Rizzle says death to audio problems. Rizzle says death to audio. Oh, 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 Elmo. Lots of gifts of cheesy things, all up in the Discord of meme explorers. Oh, lots of gifts of cheesy things. Cat with heart eyes, clap, clap, clap. Cheese steak, cookies, hi, cheese is the best. Gifts of cats with cheese on their faces, death, death, death. The only thing we love more than cheese is gifts. The only thing is fondue. Rizzle says death to audio problems. Rizzle says death. Audio cheese is live. Audio problems. Cheese is live. Oh, 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 yeah. Yay. The little kitten says LOL, and Elmo's on fire, and Ernie's got condoms on his ears, so fire, so fire. Death to audio, death to audio, LMA, give me cheese, oh give me death to audio, death to audio. Vibe check, vibe check. Death to high ping. I want some lemonade. Make cheese great again. Condoms on the ears. That's what it looked like to me. Oh, death to audio problems, to audio, death to audio problems, to audio. I'm vibing, make cheese lemonade. When life gives you rotten cheese, you make cheese lemonade. So much cheese and some sriracha, some cheese and some sriracha. Me vibing big time when Rizzle coins. You make nachos, you make nachos. Love the song, so dope. Stuff that cheese in your face. Stuff that cheese in your face with jalapeno. With jalapeno. In your face, cheese whiz. Pickles, yes, cheese whiz. In your face, I said death to audio, to audio, oh death to audio, to audio, oh death to audio, to audio. to audio, to audio, to audio, Elmo's audio, to audio, Gouda is good, having like the audio, shake to audio, yeah, that's it. Oh my lord. Whew. I have to turn on the fan.